How you doing? I'm Ryan Wolfington, co-founder of the Inspiring Children Foundation and the proud partner with Jewel, the 4-time Grammy-nominated singer-songwriter. And she's extremely proud of Kroger and of all these experts that have come together to help bring this wisdom to other people. And as the official charity of the event, we're extremely proud to not only run Jewel's Never Broken program and to partner with her in this foundation, but to use her resources to get the best minds. And luckily, I was able to bring in one of my favorite experts in mental health, Dr. Jeffery Schwartz, who we came and saw you, doctor, like 15, 16 years ago, to find, what is the universal truth? What is the wisdom that can help people be better? And I know that you really cut your teeth as one of the world's #1 leading experts on a specific vertical of psychology and psychiatry, OCDs, but that your expertise is in the whole field because this is something you care about personally, right? It's not something you just read about, but something you try to practice. I think I remember a stat of yours, over 15,000 hours of practice meditation. I have to go do the math. I've been meditating for almost 30 years. I don't know that I have 15,000 hours. But that's a big number. I don't know many people, if any, other than maybe some yogi in India. Tell us how you got into this. Why did this become a passion for you?
I've been doing it for a long, long time. I mean, and the thing is, I started in 1975, so that's 45 years ago. So that's where that's where how you can say 15,000 hours, because I've done it very, very, very regular practice. I think the way to understand what mindfulness is, which still very much applies in the more popular usages of the current day, when properly understood, it really does mean having a clear-minded third person or outer perspective on your inner experience. So mindfulness is a form of paying attention or observing clear-mindedly with the wise advocate to help to integrate this kind of understanding, the issue of making assessments and discernments, and knowing that you have a wise advocate inside of you that you can have an inner narrative with, and that's one of the things we really stress about the wise advocate concept, is that it's an inner guide, an inner loving guide, that you can really form a healthy, constructive, goal-oriented narrative in conjunction with your wise advocate. And that very much helps you make the assessments and discernments that you need to make. That is what real mindfulness is. But once you see it and become aware of it, you then need the wise advocate to make assessments and discernments about what parts of it you want to develop and what parts of it you want to move beyond.
Is it safe to say that non-judgmental observation is not just about not judging others, not judging the negative thoughts or the positive thoughts, but also not judging yourself when you become aware? Because when you meditate, aren't you kind of turning on a light bulb in your mind, in your inner life, where you might stumble upon areas of yourself that isn't your best self? And that will then require a level of non-judgment of that aspect that may be yourself or false self or past self. And there's got to be a level of forgiveness of self. Am I wrong?
When you have that non-judgmental perspective that allows you to really see the aspects of yourself that will give you humility. I mean, because the part that gets filtered out is the part that, you make believe, your false self, the part that you try to make believe who you are. But if you really are clear-minded and really are transparent and really are using real mindfulness, you're going to see all kinds of things that that are not very attractive. And the wise advocate is really a helper to that, to being transparent before some ultimate good, and acknowledging your shortcomings, acknowledging you need help, which definitely gets you in touch with a sense of forgiveness. And if you can really get in touch with that sense of forgiveness, it really makes you realize how you need to forgive others and need to have a similar perspective on others. So you do get that sense of openness and humility and forgiveness. In that comes a foundation of a true self that really can express that loving kindness, acceptance, and humility towards others.
We have this young girl, Nicole Calhorn, young woman now, went to Princeton, is now taking a lot of these concepts and putting them into her work life. And she came up accidentally almost what she calls the squiggle theory, right? Where you start here, you get better, you meditate, you get better, but then you digress a little bit, but then you get better, and then you digress a little bit, and then you get better. But even though you're getting worse sometimes, you're still projecting upward and growing and growing and growing. You know what I mean? And
Yes.
and I think that applies. I think you've proven that applies not just to the extreme cases. I mean, you're like a NASA scientist you've dealt with the most extreme OCD cases, the most extreme psychiatric cases, but you've been able to take those same principles, the same math, just like NASA does when they go to the moon. They take the same math and create Tempur-Pedic mattresses and all these great little things that people can use every day. You've taken these skills to make a 4-step process, which I think has become a little famous.
Yeah, I mean,
For people to perform
it's worth
better.
reviewing that. I mean, in everything we said, I
What's the 4-step
wish he had cued me on that, because now I'll take the responsibility for not bringing that in myself. But the 4 steps are relabel, reframe, refocus, revalue, and this is the way to have the wise advocate really help you develop. And they're all words that we've been talking about without using those words. So relabel is mindfulness, where you label the thought, you label the emotion. I'm sad, I'm angry, I'm upset, I'm happy, I'm loving, I'm annoyed. I mean, you even putting labels on things actually helps you be in touch and be mindful and observe what's going on. And then the reframing is all about seeing that deceptive brain messages are false. Reframing simply means when you get these when you're asking, is this true or is this false? The word for that is reframing. So when you relabel and reframe, you're identifying what's going on, which is what clear-minded mindfulness is. And then you reframe it and say, the part of it that's false, let's answer it with something that's true.
Well, I can tell you, to close it, I just want to give you a personal thank you, because I've been following this for a long time. Meditation is the most important thing in my life. That wise advocate you talk about is the most important thing in my life. It's saved my life. It's helped me perform. It's helped me calm my mind, like you say, but it's helped me embrace life, grow, and love life more. And for those of us who benefited from that work, I want to thank you, not just as an individual, but then taking that into academia. I mean, how many times I've seen your brain maps, and taking that into academia and proving it scientifically. Because, in our society, it's not enough to have a truth. People want to know, is it scientifically backed? Is it proven? And you've spent your whole career doing that and helping people at the same time. So very few people know what that is, to be a pioneer of something. And in many ways, you're a pioneer of this mindfulness movement in America. And that you've brought it to the masses through your research and through your own personal practice. So I want to thank you for that and recognize that. And you don't look 70. So obviously mindfulness helps with probably your awareness of what to eat better, to sleep better, and to make better decisions.
That is exactly right. And exercise and do meditation, because I do a formal sitting practice every single day. Every single day. And I haven't missed a day in many, many, many years. A little every day is what's important. And set a timer, do 5 minutes. I have a website, jeffrymschwartz.com. There are videos. My top 10 videos are on there. One of them is a breath awareness practice video on jeffrymschwartz.com. We also have a website, Wise Advocate with the number 8, WISEADVOC, the number 8.com, wiseadvocate.com.
Well, thank you very much, Doctor. You're a pioneer, and I'm a big fan, and I appreciate your work.